Pancake, everyone! Today we will tell you about 5 airplanes that you can make in your garage, at your dacha or on the street. Of course, you may have a question, how to make such a complex mechanism from scratch? What do you need to take to make it fly almost like a real one? As a great cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin once said, "Let's go!" Every aviation fan dreams of flying, but not everyone knows how to implement it. But it's really simple. They are ultralight aircraft weighing up to 115 kilograms, which don't require a pilot license. And you can assemble such aircraft with your own hands. It's about these plans that we will talk about in this video. Homemade aircraft, although known as amateur-built aircraft or completely aircraft, are built by person for whom this is not a professional activity. These plans can be built from scratch, according to drawing or from assembly kits right in your garage. All that needs to be done is to find a sufficiently strong and lightweight material to use as a frame or wings. If quite by chance you are not an aircraft designer by education, then you have a direct road to kits. Kit is like a Lego, a set of spare parts from which skillful hands are able to assemble a workable device. The best and most affordable kit options. Argo 2. Which engine should I put on amateur-built aircraft? And where to get it? It's on such questions that every self-respecting home designer will reflect. But the engine can come from anything. For example, from a snowmobile. It would seem that after the snowmobile has served its time, nothing can be done about its design. But enthusiasts found a way out, and even the snowmobile was able to get a second life. Argo 2, for example, is an airplane powered by snowmobile Buran. Kit for such an aircraft cost around 60,000 rubles. Drawing and step-by-step instructions for assembling the aircraft can be found at the link in the description under the video. ULF 2. In the early 1990s, German engineer Dieter Reich began designing a light multi-purpose aircraft. It was a single-seat, free-bearing low-wing aircraft equipped with a 2-cylinder engine from the Citroën Visa car. But the motor can fly any up to 45 horsepower. Again, in the original, the dry weight of the aircraft is 210 kilograms. But with today's modern materials, it can be significantly reduced. You can also use an engine from heavy motorcycles, for example, from the Ural motorcycle. The cost of kit varies from 80 to 150,000 rubles. The power of this machine is 32 horsepower. The maximum speed at the same time is 140 km per hour. E-12NA. This is the most mobile aircraft in our selection, the record of mobility among ultralights. Such a bird can be stored in any garage. On flights, he is driven by a passenger car with an external trunk and a tow bar. It is going to be in a flight condition in less than an hour. Management is a classic airplane. Pilots without qualification begin to fly. Since the dry weight of this aircraft is less than 115 kilograms. Kit set of the E-12NK aircraft is sold in the range of 420 to 6,090,000 rubles, depending on the configuration. The power of the unit is from 33 to 40 horsepower. The maximum speed is lower, at the same time only 85 kilometers per hour. Legal Eagle. Milholland Legal Eagle is an American high-wing aircraft, probably one of the most affordable amateur-built aircraft, since drawings of this aircraft are available on the internet absolutely for free. The dry weight of the Legal Eagle is 111 kilograms, which means that such an aircraft can be operated by a person without a pilot's license. The basic set of such an aircraft costs $190, which is about 12,000 rubles. The power of the car is 30 horsepower. The maximum speed is 97 kilometers per hour. The Fly. Such a pretty plane with a car engine was assembled by a labor teacher from the Omsk region, Alexander Zuev. The construction of the aircraft cost him 150,000 rubles. The single-seat aircraft was named the Fly. With such relatively low construction costs, the Fly can fly 400 kilometers at a speed of 115 kilometers per hour. As they say, everyone likes such a worker. Power 17 horsepower with a maximum speed of 180 kilometers per hour. As we saw from the last example of an airplane, anyone with the time and opportunity can build their own plane. Let's see what you might need to build your liner. For example, take Argo 2. In Argo 2, the designers managed to achieve a successful combination of the methods of designing wooden machines of the 1920s and 1930s, worked out over many decades, and modern aerodynamics calculation of aircraft of this class. This is perhaps one of the main advantages of the aircraft. Its manufacture does not require modern plastic and composites, rolled products made of high-strength metals and synthetic fabric. Only pine timber, a little plywood, canvas, and enamel are needed. However, the simplest construction of common materials is just one of the components of the success of the machine. In order for all these pine slats and pieces of plywood to fly, they must be inscribed in certain aerodynamic shapes. In this case, the authors of Argo, we must pay tribute to them, showed an enviable design flair. For their aircraft, they choose an aerodynamic scheme of a classic free-bearing low wing with a peeling propeller. Nowadays, against the background of a wide variety of ducts, tandems, and other wonders of modern aerodynamics, an archetype aircraft looks even conservative. But this is the wisdom of an aircraft designer. If you want to build a successfully flying aircraft, choose a classic scheme. It will never let you down. However, this is not all. In order for the aircraft to fly well, it is necessary to correctly determine the ratio of its mass, engine power, and wing area. And here the parameters of Argo can be considered optimal for a device with a motor with a capacity of only 28 horsepower. Today you learned about 5 homemade planes. We have made every effort to show that you can make any of these planes yourself without putting a lot of effort. To do this, you don't need to be a billionaire. Have your own company. To do this, you don't need to be a billionaire. Have your own company or even a license. Anyone can become a pilot if they really want to. So don't stand still. Go ahead and you will definitely succeed. Have a pancake for everyone and a fair wind.